It is now the year 1800. We have reached the Romantic period, a musical period that is filled with dramatic emotions and interesting stories. From the last session, we have learned that Beethoven was a composer that was born during the classical period. Do you remember how he managed to compose an entire symphony, which is a piece of music with many instruments playing together, even after he became fully deaf? This is his 9th symphony, the final symphony he composed before he passed away. He had to imagine all these sounds in his head while writing. Isn't that just astonishing? Although he was born during the classical period, the style of the music he composed changed significantly towards the end of his life. This contributed to the shift from the classical to the Romantic period of music. I'm sure some of you might have heard of this piece that is playing now. It is composed by the famous Romantic composer Chopin. Music from the Romantic period allows more freedom to play how you feel like, unlike many Baroque and classical period pieces. There's also many more dynamic contrasts, such as loud and soft, pianissimo and fortissimo. Watch out for how the music suddenly changes in volume. The Romantic period saw the rise of many highly skilled musicians that had extremely good techniques and wrote and played extraordinary hard pieces for the instruments. One example is the violin Paganini. It was said that during the performance, he once broke 3 out of 4 of his violin strings and completed the piece using only the final 4th string. He also wrote a set of 24 very challenging pieces called the Caprices for the violin. Here, listen to his most famous one, number 24. He was also a pianist with very long and quick fingers, which allows him to play very fast and complicated pieces. His name is Franz Liszt. He loved the piano so much that he transcribed, which is meaning rewriting, large orchestral pieces for only the piano. For example, he took the Paganini's piece for violin and orchestra, La Campanella, and turned it into the piano piece. Imagine the number of notes that the piano must play. This composition, Hungarian Rhapsody No. 2, was composed in 1847, but has become an influence on modern cartoons. It was played by Tom from Tom and Jerry, as well as Bugs Bunny. Many musicians nowadays like to play music by Paganini, Liszt, and many other composers from this period to show off their own skills and musicality. Does this piece sound terrifying? This piece was written by Schubert, based on a poem called O King. This piece is an example of German lieder.
A lied is a piece of German music based on poetry composed for voice and piano.
The O King is a very terrifying story, and extremely difficult to play too. The pianist had to play fast and strong, and the singer has to sing in 3 different characters.
One final feature about the Romantic period is the expansion of the orchestra. More than 100 players could be present in a Romantic orchestra, and there was a lot more emphasis on brass instrument and the piano. This is Tchaikovsky. a famous Russian composer from the Romantic period who wrote many large orchestral works. One of them is the 1812 Overture, composed to commemorate Russia stopping Napoleon and the French from invading. In the piece, he used real military cannons, combined with massive orchestra and choir. It became truly explosive.
So, what have we learned today? In the Romantic period, composers tried to make music more expressive and dramatic. Many exciting but difficult solo pieces of music were written in the Romantic period and have greatly influenced the music today. Romantic pieces can be played by your own interpretation, and there is not only one way of playing.
Finally, the orchestra was made even bigger to play larger and grander pieces.
We hope that you enjoyed this video and the new types of music that we showed today. See you in the next episode, where we will visit the final major period of Western classical music, the 20th century. Bye bye!